None of these are strong. Cassidy's verse is something, I suppose. Trying to fill out my roster with strong spells. Spells? I think I'm gonna go back east and try to clear up what I can. I'm trying to find the really powerful ones if I can. Yeah. Spooky ghost. Still only have two? Still only have two of this entire category. That's impressive, honestly. I don't even know how that happens. Wow, this is a populated category. Oh my god, it kept going, like well beyond how when I thought I would stop. I was sure it was gonna stop sooner than that. The idea is to go for any wide open eyes I can get. I don't have to worry about them filling out my entire everything. Oh, Sleepy Hollow's only in tier 2 right now. I don't have to worry about it filling out. I don't have nearly enough really good ones yet. I'm sure we'll be good. But the more I fill out some strong ones, the more likely I am to be able to like go out full force and actually take out some of those things I've been failing to deal with until now. We'll see if I come back disappointed or not. Alright, we're at 89. That's, yeah, 1/3 of stories gathered. I think that there's... I don't think it's 89 unique stories, is it? I think that each time you level it up, it becomes a new story. So each story is actually 3 stories? I think. That's my guess. Let's take it out. Come on, let's make some progress.
Hey there, amigo. I knew we'd meet again. You and I are both the kind of folks who can't be held in one place. But the law's gonna follow me wherever I go the rest of my days. It's funny to feel free and hunted both at once. I don't want to find a place to settle and rest, but now, on the U.S. side of the border, I can't. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
Funny? I'm sure I can find some funny. I can't see the rankings that when I'm in this screen, unfortunately, which is a little worrying. I gotta try to remember what these what level these things were on the fly. I stocked myself out with some stronger things, but I don't know if I got anything funny. Is it funny that in the future, taxi's gonna cost 20 bucks?
Oh, come on. I can tell that's a tall tale. The future ain't looking good. After all that fuss about making bombs to point at them, now they're pointing their own right back at us. Even if we all go up in smoke, the desert will be fine. Probably better than fine, really. But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
I can do this, right? I already told you about the ladies? Dang it. I didn't know I told you about the ladies already. Even though it became a new story, technically? Like, because it did. The Thunderbirds who bring storms. It's pretty exciting. I don't think that's not scary, right?
You live an exciting life, amigo.
Hey, I win.
Home? The desert's my home. They can fence it off, they can wrap it in barbed wire, paved roads. But hell if I'm gonna let them do it without a fight. So, you know any good jokes?
Joke's on you, I already won. I'm gonna spend stuff on you now. That one's not leveled up yet.
You trying to scare me? That weak stuff ain't putting a drop of sweat on me. Heaven. Some people's idea of heaven is everything civilized, whatever that means. If civilization means men coming around, carving up the desert and taking pieces for themselves, well, I hope civilization collapses and it all goes back to how it should be. So, you know any good jokes?
Not Dupree, that's just mean. Don't go after Dupree. The pig farm was haunted by me, ma. I love that phrasing.
You're funny as hell, you know that? Can't trust no one out here. Now that I got a bounty on my head, all I can do is get to a place where my face don't mean nothing to nobody. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
I guess being haunted by your grandmother is kind of funny. It's not where I thought we were going with that. The boy and his dog's souls are bound by fate. I believe these are both level 3 already, but this one's not, I think. I think it's 2.
Amigo, who do you think I am? I can tell that tearjerker ain't true. I'm free now. But I don't know if you can really call being on the lam being all that free. I gotta watch where I go. It's just another fence, another do not enter sign on top of all the other ones we got around here. Anyway, I gotta get a move on, amigo. Can't stay in one place too long no more. Doubt we'll see each other again. But I hope the best for you. Anyway, I gotta get a move on, amigo. Can't stay in one place too long no more.
It did it again. I got nothing left here no more. Gotta head down to old Mexico and rest my feet a spell. Adios, amigo. That happened once before, I think. Where it played them out of order weirdly. Oh, immediately one of these. The waitress. Story of a poor loser demon summoning hellfire to anyone who beats him at poker. A poor loser, oh, a demon who is a poor loser that summons hellfire whenever anyone beats him at poker. The arsonist. So we went from a weird fire to an arsonist to now it's a demon. Interesting. I suppose it is. There we go. That's a spike of progress right there. For this progress screen. This isn't a great progress screen either, by the way. It's just the fact that I think that these icons... Like, I like that it shows the monster up there. I think the bottom left corner, though, like, see the icon for Ray's face? I think that should show the monster there. Or the true self, I mean. Because then you can get better tell... Like, being able to visibly tell which ones are finished or not, it would be helpful. Is this the first one I've ever finished? I thought I finished one before. Shaw's in chapter 3, I guess. Interesting. I thought I finished one because I have an inventory item over here. Yeah, so he just gave me this. The carved rib of a horse. Has a sweeter sound than you'd expect. It's flute. Let's click on this and see where it takes me. Denver. Okay, it tells me where it is when I click on it at least. Ooh. Is there an image for each place? It's kind of neat. Ooh, and traveling takes me to one of these. That's useful. I don't have to reload the game if there's one by each one. Rick, a credulous seaman fellow, starts telling the story about the farmers who lured travelers to their home with lemonade, then fed them to their cannibal son. You realize it's the story of the farmers with their murdering son from the law, but changed in a few major ways. It's kind of bullshit. There we go. That kind of teleportation is definitely more satisfying and fast than reloading the game from scratch. Where'd this feather take me? Single long white heroine's tail feather with a black tip. I thought that was Dupree? Yeah, here's a camp. Was it Dupree? Oh, there's Dupree. She's not done yet. I'm confused. I have an item for another character, but it's not complete yet. There's also 16 people on this screen, but there's space for 16 items here, right? But one of the 16 items is the wolf's dice. And I don't think the wolf is here? Unless I'm wrong. I don't know. Where am I right now? I'm in Missouri. You ain't never been to Missouri. I'm about to fuck you up, Shaw. I'm here for vengeance, Shaw. I'm here for what's mine. Which is progress in the story or something. I don't know. Shaw's the closest person to being finished, so it's actually really convenient that that's where I am right now. Am I going the right way? Gotta go east. You idiot. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Oh, he's right there. I don't know. I literally checked the map and was like, I gotta go that way, and then I just went west anyway for some reason. I might be able to warp back and forth between two spots that both have a story progression thing. Like, here's one here. The kids hanging out by the gas station. Just telling the story about a man. Story about the haint who craves pig's feet. Realizes almost instantly it's this new version of the pig farm is haunted by me, Ma. It's a haint. I don't know what a haint is. Probably another variation of a haunted grandma. Oh, we met.
Good to see you, stranger. It's been a little while. How's your journey been treating you? How are your feet holding up? I've been walking since I left Chicago. I feel like if I quit now, I'll lay down and die. You know any good scary stories? Or see something spooky on your way?
It's time to get your ass exiled, Shaw. Spooky. I got spooky. I'm not sure the demon counts as spooky. Oh yeah. The story of the haunted store that lured children in with its music.
Damn, that's a good one. My past. You think I wasted my life? I'm not sure anymore. As a young man, I thought I fought for something righteous. Now, Lord, who knows? But anyway, you know any good true tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
Now I can just do whatever I want because we're completed again. Let's... I gotta remember which ones aren't finished so I can level them up. The girl who got... Yeah, the woman who preaches gospel's level 2, I think. We're strategizing here. There's still strategy here.
Well, I wish the world were like that, but it ain't. Face. I don't know when I stopped believing in God. It wasn't like I meant to. It just happened one day. Started feeling like any just God wouldn't give me hope and then rip it away. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay?
Is that the direction that bird blinks in? His eyelids are freaking me out. Sad story. They ate their brother. That was pretty sad.
Come on, you can't shock me. My family, well, I'm worried about my boy. My son, he's content to be a janitor, but he don't get it. If he's a janitor, then his son will be too, and his grandson next. A generation of janitors until kingdom come. You got any good happy stories where things work out for someone, maybe?
They're not necessarily doomed to be janitors, but they have a higher than usual chance of being janitors, sure. The witch girl with her kitten familiars. I think that's only level 2.
I guess we all got a different sense of humor. My George? That's simple. Sometimes all it takes is the promise of something new, something different, to make a smile split your face. But anyway, now I feel like hearing a hopeful story. Got any of those?
The woman I shared a moment with under the eclipse. Might even count as the right thing, but I'm just doing it because I think it's level 1.
That was a good one.
It was.
Wish I could have your stories around when I'm in a dark place, you know? Love is one of those fussy woman's things. I'm not supposed to have it, so I don't.
Whoa.
And that's how I got here. Still wandering, still looking. Maybe somewhere out there's a promised land. But I ain't seen it. It's nice to sit and talk a while on occasion. But the way you're looking, it tells me you got somewhere to be. Why don't you go on there? And if you end up in that promised land, then send for me after.
Hey, 2 down. There we go. Actual godforsaken progress. And you got this waitress again. Regales you with a story about an eclipse which cast a shadow of pure love over the land, enthralling thousands. Halfway through, you realize the story of the strange woman who shared a moment with you during the eclipse, but highly embellished. Yeah, this time it is definitely highly embellished. The romantic feel of the height of a eclipse becoming some kind of spell, bewitching everyone. We're going all the way back to the beginning now. No, we're not. Miami? Oh. Whoops. My bad. I thought wait. I thought that, oops. I totally thought, never mind. I guess maybe these are Dupree's dice or something? I totally thought the dice were the wolves because, you know, he's the wolf. I lost a game of dice or whatever, or no, cards with him. You know, gambling item, so I thought it was the wolf. I could have sworn I started with that item. Maybe I didn't. Why do I have more items than I should, though? Because it feels like I do. The tale of a saint wandering the land, pulling lost souls in to be saved. Confused himself about now and again, backtracking. The gospel. The woman likes to preach the gospel. See, now I can go back and forth between Miami and Denver, and there's a upgrade right there, which definitely feels better than rebooting the game 30 times. I'll give it that. Shit, this is not as good of a spawn as I thought it was, though. Yep, I'm gonna have to go walking up Florida to track these people down. Yeah, we're gonna go a slightly different layout here. I turned unseen stories on. I'll see if I can even find them. I'm still confused about that a little bit. But my goal is to deal with some of the people and see if I can finish those off. That'd be great. So the usual signifiers that indicate the existing stories are actually a bad news for me here because they fill the entire screen with nonsense, and that's very unhelpful. I'm very happy this is a customizable thing. I don't know. Oh, hey. Are you the one? The bar is crowded. Catches your attention. A story about the triplet who killed his brothers from beyond the grave. Halfway through he stops. So it's the guys, it's the cannibals. Now they're not even cannibals. Now the evil brother killed... Oh my god, he killed your brother. And then he killed you. He killed you right back, you loser. I don't understand this. Like right here? I don't understand. Just gonna be honest about that. Probably gonna just ignore the unseen stories icon for the rest of the game because it don't make no sense to me. Not even one bit. It's like, you think, oh, there's a story there I haven't found yet. And then you get there and it's like, it's just still on the map. I don't know. Maybe it is indicative of those... Maybe they really are just the spots where you can upgrade your stories. There's supposed to be one of them over here. And maybe it's the fact that maybe they don't disappear off the map because they're still technically there forever. That might be what those are. If we find no new story here, but we find an upgrade here, then that's when I'm gonna be resigned to thinking. In which case, calling it unseen story is a confusing way to phrase it, kind of. Or maybe they also mark yep, there's an upgrade. Maybe they also upgrade. Maybe they also denote unseen stories. They're actually unseen, but in the areas that I've actually not been to, maybe. Except they don't seem more dense. No, they don't seem any more dense on the west coast than the east coast, and I've been all over the east coast. So like this area is pretty picked clean of like new stories. Yeah. Okay. Well, that icon's just not useful. It's not useful unless you're gonna manually walk to upgrade stations, which they appear to be. But it's much faster to teleport back and forth, like I've established. When I'm ready to do that, I'll pick them up when I see them on the horizon, but I'm not gonna go to them on the map. We're in the line again. I was telling you about a witch girl who grew kittens on a tree in her backyard like apples. The witch girl and her kitten familiars. She's changing once again beyond what anyone can remember. My goodness. My goodness. The things that are happening in this country. How's a good citizen meant to get anything done around here with the witch girls and the kittens grown from trees? I want to see a cat tree. I'm not deciding on whether it's horrifying or beautiful. It might be really. Can you pet the cats that are hanging from the tree? Are they all alive and sentient and thinking and stuff? I don't know. These are really closely packed camps. It's true. Story about the sweet music that would lure children away, never to be seen again. Is this gonna turn into the Pied Piper, maybe? Is Pied Piper American? I'm bad at folklore. I'm really bad at this. I'm back, Dupree.
You again? Like a thorn in my foot, you chase me down again and again, 'cause you're a poor loser. You got hustled, but we all get hustled, especially gullible mocks like you. So learn the game or it'll happen again. And if you look at it that way, I'm doing you a favor telling you how it works. I mean, what did you expect? I told you I steal. Now it's your turn. Scare me like you'd scare a good mock.
Scare me like you'd scare a good mock. Is this a scary story or not? I don't know. I don't know what some of these count as at all. Oh, the witch that asks passerbys to deliver her curses. So that's like a funny story, right? To deliver the curses. Like, excuse me, can you please? Oh, from the beyond the grave. That's probably scary.
Good one. I think maybe you got the talent for turning the mood, sweetheart. My mom would be proud of me for taking instead of being the victim. She would. She would be proud of me. All that time being beat and being left by the guys who said I love you, or the cops, or the casino security. But sometimes I get the better of the world and I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry one bit. I got you fair and square. Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mock and tell me a story to make my heart race.
A thriller. A thriller. Thriller. Vigilantes that hunt grave robbers across the Midwest. That's action.
Sorry, honey, but that just ain't good enough. The sad story is the key of the whole hustle, so you gotta get it right.
That's a sad story? Vigilantes that hunt grave robbers are... I mean, like, on a systematic level, it might be sad, but, like, generally speaking, as far as, like, storytelling conventions go, it's not really, like, a boo-hoo kind of story.
Look, I'm a grifter, sweetheart. What did you want me to do? Heck, I even did like you. Don't know what made me play against you, but... You know, that kind of thing is precious around here. It's like gasoline. It keeps us going. It keeps us looking at the horizon, makes our bellies scratch for dinner. I'm not a saint, and you knew I wasn't a saint when you came here. Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
A second chance in my second chance. Something thrilling. Wow, that entire category is not valid. That's the murdering ghosts are scary, I assume. Water under wine is fun. That's... harder than expected to think of a thrilling story. Shaw, come at me. I need help, Shaw.
You thrill them like that and they'll be all yours, honey. Oh yeah? And what you gonna say to the cops? This little girl robbed you? We were playing cards, sweetheart, and you lost fair and square. And you can't say I cheated, because if you say that, you gotta outline exactly how I did that. And I can see by your face you've no clue. And still, cops would rather arrest you for this injury, see? It's still here in my side. I'll tell them it was you. Now it's your turn. Scare me like you'd scare a good mark.
Still here in my side. I forgot, was she shot or something? He was wounded? I mean, now I can just tell you anything. Do I have any low level? I think you're level 2, so boop. We got this.
That one ain't bad. When they shiver and shake for you, that's when you know you got 'em. You know, my stepdaddy used to say that the anger is momentary, because tomorrow you realize that what was stolen from you was easily replaceable. We're like these little reminders of materialism, the fluidity of things, the way things shift across the world, you know? I remember he said, "We ain't like the robbers. We don't injure you, put you in a bad place. We just guide it out of your hands so you think for a second it was lost. Now it's your turn. Scare me like you'd scare a good mark."
Another scary story, but I don't really care about scary, so now it's time for a boop. Well, I guess this is a scary story though, but I think it has one more level to go.
I don't think that one will work, sweetheart.
The dust storm monster that sucks all the moisture out of your body and leaves you as a mummy husk is not a scary story? Is that a thrilling one, I guess?
This country is built on this. It's built on taking. You think I owe you some sort of sorry for this mess? I do not. I don't owe you a sorry feeling in my body. I want it from you fair and square. And honest to God, anyone else would shoot you for coming back. This country as it is. It's just my way, you know. I was shaped by the world, and all I do is reflect the nature of it. You know, wherever you go, I'll be taking a little extra from a stranger. No prejudice. How's that for you?
Goodbye, Dupree. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Convenient. Very convenient. I got a few mixed feelings. The writing's alright. Enjoyable. The characters are defined in a sort of interesting way, and then they go into their crazy, full Ni no Kuni mode, where they're all exaggerated and shit. And it's impressive that there's like, I don't even know how many is it. Is it like 16 different categories of cards, which therefore means they have 16 different responses to different lines of dialogue, like per chapter, basically. It's like, that's a lot of variety. But I feel like they maybe say a little too little in their main line mandatory story, so sometimes they don't have a lot of story to them. So they're remarkably interactive in how many different things they can say, but like their linear story, it doesn't always have as much of a through line as you'd hope for like the main line characters. It often amounts to basically just being about the same amount as like a normal story you pick up. What do we get in the soup line? Just to a strange place. She starts telling you about the dog who tracked his boy across America in an incredible journey. Story of the ones that are sold down by fate. Chase. Shadow. The cat. Whoever the cat was called. I don't remember. Was it Spot or Chase? I haven't watched Homeward Bound for a while. Launches the wild story about the native Robin Hood who took back the precious artifact stolen from his people. Halfway through, he stops, recognizing the look on your face. So it's the vigilante one became a weird, like, Robin Hood that goes after stolen relics, basically. Which, like, I guess that would set. I guess that once it gets to that level, it starts to sound like a thriller. Wait, but I thought it would be a thriller from the get-go, but she thought it was sad, I think? Yeah.
Old friend, it's good to see you again. I've been thinking about you often since we last met. Remember what we talked about before? The young man murdered? I can't get him out of my head. It's the kind of thing you hear about all the time, the kind of thing I've seen before, but I'm still thinking about it. You got time to talk? Maybe I don't have to be your preacher, and we can just chat. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Scary enough to blow your brains out. I might have made a mistake by not changing to low-level stories when I got here. But if I'm careful, I can hopefully make something good of this. Killed his brothers from beyond the grave.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. Small community like this, everyone's family. That means a lot of folk look out for each other. Also means a lot of folks suffer. Anyway, tell me a tragic story, something with true grief.
Okay, now we're already ready for now. So now it's just leveling up lower level missions, if I could even find them at this point. The sugarcane farmer took criminals from the jails and worked them in his fields till they died. I think that's level 2.
Sorry, that kind of thing don't scare me anymore, if that's what you're going for. Choice? Yeah, some days. I really believe that we all have choices in life. We are truly free to decide whether to live moral lives or to throw ourselves headlong into sin and profit. But on days like today, I think maybe only God chooses, and he does so with arbitrary cruelty. In some sermons, I need a story to show how hurt or grief works on a person. Have any like that?
Have anything like that? The story of farmers who lured travelers to their home with lemonade and then fed them to their cannibal son. I think that's still level 2 also.
Huh, that one's trying to be scary, right? Don't work on me, I guess. My wishes, days like this, I only have one wish. Lord, let me see another year of life. Guide us away from those men who would kill us as soon as share a meal. Else there won't be a heaven, only more heartache. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
The ain't too crazy pig's feet. I think that's level 3 already. It's hard to tell. I wish some of these would tell me up front, because that would be helpful. Okay, yeah, the whole boys worked themselves to death in the cornfield. I think it's level 2.
Tearjerkers need a little more truth in them, I think. Death? Well, father died after I got back from France. Saw him wrestle one last match. Guess I was an orphan after that. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
You want to be afraid, father? True fearful thing is love. Love in the eclipse.
I'm not sure that one moves me. Love, well, the boy fell for the wrong woman. Maid hair and peach skin. Love and death ain't so far for boys like that in America. I've got to go now, friend. Headed to a congregation over this way. Long walk alone, and this boy won't leave my head. And I keep thinking, I left America when I was his age. Lied on the forms. Told him I was 25 when I was 17. I'd heard that the 369th Infantry Regiment needed a chaplain, so I told him I was a preacher. Don't get me wrong, I believed fervently, but I wasn't no reverend. I just memorized a few verses, some psalms, enough of the commandments to make them think I was a true man of God. Oh, my proud, arrogant lips.
God damn. He was a pretend adult and a pretend preacher at the same time. That's a special kind of commitment, ain't it? Concern.